and Hayles here, PNP caretaker, next member of parliament for Western Westmoreland. I don't like to come on here and discuss things that are disturbing, but sometimes it is so wrong that you have to discuss it. And you have to cry shame on it. So I want to have a talk with the JLP councillors and the JLP member of parliament. I want to have a conversation with them. You see the water tanks that the JLP government given to give out, stop giving one person 5. Wanna stop it. Wanna stop it. It's not right. If you look in this one person yard, they have 2 hook up already. I wanna still give him 5. Wanna do even pick 5 labor right, extra labor right to give one. And pick 5 extra labor right for them get 1 each. Wanna give one person the extra 5. And the people them are selling it. It's a damn shame. This person have 2 in them yard hook up already. And wanna give him an extra 5. Sat that the whole yard full. And him sell some of them. And I go and call on the government, you know. I go and call on the government. If you don't go and give out the water tank them, don't send it to people yard for them give it out. Don't send those that are connected to you. This person yard had 35 in it up to Saturday. I sell it, I sell it. I want to know want the money. We are going through a crisis. Wanna heart there. Uno could have picked 5 labor right and give 1 each. Count on and give the PNP as I said before. But no worry. 1 more year. Time come. Time soon come. Soon come.
Hello everyone. Welcome to Jamaica 411, where lies die and truth prevails. That's my new tagline, by the way. Anyway, I am so happy to see you guys again. I'm happy to be with you. If you're joining me for the first time, welcome, welcome. Please consider subscribing, sharing. Don't forget to share. Very important that we get the message out so that other persons can know what you're talking about when you're discussing anything that you hear on this video. And for my old-time subscribers and my old-time visitors who are with me every time I post, I am very grateful to you. I thank you so much for rejoining me, and also for liking and subscribing and sharing the video. Now, I'm not going to trouble you with nothing heavy today like the last time. I would also like to encourage everyone to go and watch that video I did on Mark Golding's father. That's my last video, where he fabricated all sorts of stories about Daddy. The title may change, so I won't give you the title of it now. But I encourage everyone to go and watch it and share it, because it's very important that we hold our public individuals, people who are in the public life, who are seeking to be elected to our parliament, where they are going to be making laws to govern our lives. It is very important that we elect persons of integrity, persons who are honest, and who do not go out of their way to say things that are not true or to deceive the public. And so you have other persons who will speak about other individuals, and sometimes they exhaust it. But when you have a situation like in the Mark Golding's case, where he's making statements and putting out stories about something that happened in the 1950s, and you can only go and do deep research to get it out. That is my job now. So that is why I may not mention certain things, but you will see me mention other things that require some deep research. Understand? Good. Now, as I said, I'm not bringing anything heavy to you this time around, but I feel it necessary to make a comment and perhaps to make an appeal. But I'm not quite sure if you've seen or heard of a video first put out by Ian Hayles, who is the People's National Party caretaker candidate for Western Westmoreland. Ian Hayles, you will remember, was a many times MP for Western Hanover, and in the last election he lost, and apparently doesn't think he stands a chance to win it again. So he moved down to Westmoreland, and the people there are objecting to him, but he's there as the PNP representative. And only in the next election we'll know what his fate will be. In the meantime, he put out a video. And that video basically is about the distribution of water tanks in the Western Westmoreland area by the Member of Parliament, Moreland Wilson, who is a JLP Member of Parliament. And he seems to be on an investigation of his own. I'm talking about Ian Hayles. And thought perhaps he found that some hanky-panky going on with the distribution. So he first went to a residence where he kind of hid behind something and video some tanks in the yard. Now, when you look at those 5 or 6 tanks, you will see very clearly right at the top that there is a sticker on it that says who the makers of them are. Right? Look closely and you will see the makers of the tank on them. But there's a second video where he went to another yard that was in front of the JLP constituency office. And I want you to pay close attention to that video as he shows the close-up of the 10 tanks in the yard. Now, when we take a closer look at the water tank from the car wash, we notice that there appears to be a single sticker on it. It's white, can't see the writing on it, okay? Now let us look now at the other tanks at the home or business place, not sure which it was. You'll see here very clearly that it's a bigger sticker, which has 2 parts to it apparently. The top section, which is in white with writings I cannot see, and there's a bottom section which is in black with writings that I also cannot see. So it doesn't appear as though these are coming from the same suppliers. So what we now need to find out is which of the suppliers the government is using, which of these tanks, and then we'll know which one came from the government, if any. And the second thing you'll notice about the tanks is that they appear to be older than the tanks that he was showing in the first video. So I want you to notice that. You will also notice that for the second video, with the 10 tanks in the yard, in the business place, you will see that some writings are on it. Now, clearly, these people don't want these tanks to be stolen. So we know that the tanks are not for sale. That the tanks, those tanks are for use, and they are using them. And I will play the video of the owners of that business place, the car wash. I will play the videos of the 2 owners. It's a young lady called Kelly and her baby father. Forget what she said name. Then now I want you to comment and tell me what you think, because if Ian Hayles made a mistake, got some information that perhaps this young lady is a laborite and have tanks, and from there never, do further research to find out if these tanks were associated with the MP's distribution of the government water tanks, right? So he may have messed up there. And if indeed he did, I am of the opinion that he should apologize to the people, because what he did can affect their business. And if he refuses to apologize, I would suggest to that couple that them draw for them lawyer, because that looked to me like very actionable comments made by Ian Hayles. Right? He can go court for it. Defamation of character. So, because he's suggesting that the MP is engaged in issuing government tanks to laborites for them personal use or for them to sell water for some gain to them, which is corruption. And if the MP is involved in the corruption, then the person who is at the receiving end of the corruption is also corrupt. So the first thing I'm going to do is to play the video that Ian Hayles caused to be put out. And then I am going to play the video of the owner. I think his name is Jimmy. And then I'm going to play the video of Kelly, his girlfriend, and then I make a few more comments.
Them say wickedness can't done. Wanna help me count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want to ask the JLP councillor for the Little London Division, Ian Miles, and the Member of Parliament, more or less, Wilson, how the car wash across from the Jamaica Labour Party office, the constituency office in Mango Hall in Little London, how the car wash get 10 water tanks. How the car wash get 10 water tanks. I want more or less Wilson and Ian Miles to answer me and tell me how the car wash get 10 water tanks. We have citizens suffering out there. It's not said them put this in 10 laborite house, or 10 laborite yard. It's the car wash where wash car in front of the Labour Party office, right beside the Labour Party office, have 10 brand spanking new water tank where poor people forget. I want to explain it to me, explain it to every citizen of Westmoreland, and explain it to the taxpayers of Jamaica. The distribution of this water tanks that is going across Jamaica need to stop. It need to stop. It is rotten from top to bottom. It need to stop. I have nothing to do with no politics and nothing. My tank is not in that. You understand? My tank is my business. Also, the tank is not for the car wash. The tank is for my water business. And the tank was bought at a bleach place in Little London, that's Station Road. I pay $504,000 for 9 of the tanks. And also still owe the guy for 1 tank. That's the only reason why I end up with 10 tanks. Because I pay for 9 and owe for 1.
I need this message to reach Mr. Ian Hayles. Now you mean to tell me, say, you take your time, turn off of the main road in a Manga Hall, drive over on my place of business, video the tanks that are on our compound, video the truck, video the car wash, video the house, everything, and I ask JLP how we get them? No, how we get them? How them reach there? You ask JLP how the tank them reach there, sir? Now, if you look clear from the tank, then you see Jim and Kelly right panning. Jim is my baby father and I am Kelly. You see Jim and Kelly, you never see JLP right pan it. So all you mean if you tell me, say, the member of parliament must tell you how we get through with Jum. Now what kind of chaos this now you carry up now? What kind of propaganda you spread? My phone a ring off from morning. People a see me a road and tell me, say, them never know say a labor right put the drum them there. Me never know say, when all of the politics are going the other day, when everybody up and down a motorcade per road, maybe every father spend night and day per road. Not to see me not see him, nor me pitney them not see him. When he tired and come in, he lie down in the truck. Spend night and day and go up on road, go sell water in a water truck and come back, come buy him tank them to store water because of water shortages. Instead, we sit down and complain about things not going. We get up and do something. And at this year, we get as a civilian. This man who's supposed to go around, that means that none of your information them on your page and a true then. All of them video where you do wanna go places and a video things and that, you try to pure chaos. Now if you try to find a way to come at your colleagues them, if you are trying to come at your fellow politics man them, your fellow colleagues them, I care if come to bring them down because that's what they do in politics. And they try their best to bring down each other. Don't draw civilians in there. Don't draw hardworking people in there. Right now you come here to come tarnish other people's reputation. Oh, this look on my business now. You coming to spread false rumors. Gone viral. How much people are coming underneath it? Some people are saying, man, come up with a story. Some people are saying wickedness. You need to clear the air and make a public apology. You need to make a public apology for that 1 year. And come clear the air.
Okay, so I went to check to see if I could see what the tanks look like that the government is distributing. Wasn't able to see it, couldn't find it on the MP's page. So what I did though, I went to check further and found an article in the Glean, I believe it was, where the minister without portfolio, Matthew Samuda, spoke about the tanks. I'm going to read it for you and let you see if there is anything in what Ian Hayles is saying. Now, of course, you understand that the political rivalry is always going to take center stage in this thing. The government is getting kudos for supplying water. Ian Hayles, as the opposition spokesperson, is always going to find something to complain about. And at the end of the day, the people who are getting the water, I'm sure, is going to be very grateful about it. Mr. Hayles, I don't know what he can do except talk and try to show that the government is not doing something on the up and up. That is his job. The problem is, though, when you're going to involve private citizens into your political one-upmanship, who may well be innocent of what you're accusing them of, that now is a different story. You do not go to people's business place and record a business in this kind of political environment that we have, especially in a place like Westmoreland. Although we don't know it for having any political violence, certainly there is sufficient violence going around. And it can also affect the business. I mean, some persons who are comrades may think twice on other customers who may not be into corruption, believing that these people are involved in corruption. It could affect the business. So, I mean, Ian Hayles ought to come out and explain himself now that the owners are disputing what he is claiming. So let me go and have a look now. So the Gleaner article dated the 5th of April 2024 says several measures to alleviate water shortage in Hanover and Westmoreland. And so now I'm just going to read very briefly. You know, I like to read, don't it? I like to read for you. So it says, Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Matthew Samuda, says the government is taking several steps to alleviate water shortage in Hanover and Westmoreland. He said, we have allocated an additional $25 million for the next 6 weeks to facilitate trucking of water in Hanover and Westmoreland. We have also identified funds to purchase 2,000 black water tanks for citizens in Hanover and Westmoreland who are most in need, and those will be distributed as soon as the purchase and the delivery take place. And he was, of course, making this announcement on April 4 at the JHTA, the Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association. They had a meeting at the Couple Swept Away in Negril, Westmoreland, and they were addressing the water shortage in the area. So that basically is the background to all this cascas. So apparently the tanks have now been bought and they are now being distributed. I'm told by someone who is from the area, Westmoreland area, that there are 3 locations that they are being distributed from. One in Grange Hill, one in Negril, and another place. And then she said that she visited one of the locations, the one in Negril. I think she said the third one was. And she was told by that particular one, which I think is the same one that Ian Hayles is highlighting. She said the person told her that the water tanks are earmarked for farmers, and that what they're doing is to make it easier for the farmers. They are trying to put the fittings in the tanks, and that's why those tanks were at that particular location. Now, I'm not in Westmoreland, so somebody will have to go and investigate, but my source is very reliable. As to whether or not she was being told the truth, now that's another matter. But Ian Hayles is claiming that the tanks are being sold. He needs to come with his evidence. We have not heard from that particular owner who had the 5 water tanks that Hayles was talking about, but we've heard of the car wash owners. For your information, my source in Westmoreland had told me that the sticker that you're seeing on these particular tanks are from the Tourism Enhancement Fund. It appears that they are the ones who sourced the tanks for the government, and they are the ones that's distributing it. So once again, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for listening. This was very short. I'm sure you appreciate it. I hope you have gained some information. Please, if you have any questions that you'd like to ask, put it in the comment section. Let me go and check it out for you, and then I will respond to you in the comment section. So until next time, when I upload my next video, we'll talk again. Well, good.